So, we are live. Uh, yeah, we're live. Cool. We're here. Everybody's here. Good to go. Perfect. So, does anybody have a recap for what happened last time? We kind of left on a cliffhanger, didn't we?
We did. So,
No hanging involved. I just fell multiple times.
Your life was hanging in the balance as Jin was like, do we leave him?
let's see. My notes are not copied into my character sheet yet, so, we got on the ship. I was hungover. Got some information from IT3 about the job we're doing. Learned about some of the planet, and some of the race that lives there, the Nexu, which are, how I wrote here, steroid heroin tigers. We don't know what defenses they have. We learned some stuff about Rexus Prime, which is where we're supposed to go after we gather information. We landed on the planet. We started getting scared because wilderness.
Wilderness.
And I shot some wilderness. I shot something in the distance. Guys didn't believe me. Went into a spot, found a crevasse, which we misunderstood as a hole in the ground. Had our droid go down. Tried to do things that our Trandoshan would have been way better at. Got attacked by some Nexu. One droid constantly tried to climb up and fell unconscious to strain. The other droid just decided to jump and is now on the ground unconscious because of strain.
IT3 did try to climb. It was a failed attempt, but it was definitely an attempt at climbing down.
And yeah, so then we're at the bottom of the crevasse, waiting to head back.
Cool. So you guys did fend off shoot the bugs, I guess. Before we start, though, I will roll a obligation check. I noticed that it doesn't make sense. I'm going to go Jin, Cal, Slacks. Cal, you're still unconscious.
I believe I am.
Cool. Okay. If I will say that if you get a full night's rest, after that full night's rest, you will still have 2 strain instead of you getting strain now, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And I would like everyone to roll a white dice for the destiny points.
No problem, compadre. Ah, damn.
We're doing good tonight, boys.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah. You know that's how it is.
Cool. So, yeah. Okay, so you guys are at the bottom of this this crack in the ground, and there is IT3, who is the droid that's supposed to help you basically give your identities, or hey, we are working with this guy, it is like we're cool. And then there's also Cal, who has been your companion the whole time, that is unconscious or shut down, I guess, at the bottom of the crevasse.
A minute there, just. I do have a repair kit. Well, do you think, do you think you could fix this robot for us?
Which one are you talking about?
Oh, Christ. Well, which one is more important to us? Because I only have one repair kit, I believe. Let me check here. Yeah, backpack. Where are you? Backpack. There we go.
Well, Cal's not down due to damage. He's down due to his strain, right? So we determined that the.
I will
just
for the sake of this, if you do use a repair kit, I will say that he'll heal the same amount of strain. just for the sake of getting, the show rolling.
And Slacks get like nerved and just go, "God damn it, man! Aren't you good with computers? Here's a computer."
Yeah, we can give it a try. So we can get them up then.
Cool. If I don't think you require, it's like a stim pack. You don't need a roll, but you do need to pick who you're using it on.
We'll use it to get Cal up, and then I'll just try mechanics or whatever it is to get the other drones up.
Perfect. I will get you to make an easy mechanics check, just to see if you can start up IT3 again. So 1 purple.
Did I still have setback die from the?
I will say that you only have 1.
I just couldn't remember what we ended on.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Cool. So, you see the IT3 on the ground is like, his eyes like light up. I was gonna say his eyes open, but that's not quite how protocol droids work. But his eyes light up, and he's like, "Oh, did we win?"
As he said this, I'm just going to jam one of the stim packs into my leg. How much does a stim pack heal again?
I think it's 4.
Cool. So yeah, I drove a stim pack into my leg, going, "Yes, thanks for your help, fucker."
You're welcome. Just by my calculations, it did not seem like a good idea to stay on top of this crevasse.
By your calculations, you jumped off the fucking cliff.
Oh, I certainly attempt to climb down. It was unsuccessful, but as you can see, I survived the fall.
Al, are you okay?
I got a few wires shaken up, but nothing that a good night's power cycle won't fix.
Is there anything interesting in this fucking ship?
Well, there's that computer that I couldn't get going, and it could probably give us some shelter for the night.
The bugs are dealt with, so we're sorry we killed your little compatriot.
I mean, I was just making my way through them, but by no means were we friends. Much like you and me, Jin.
Hey! Shut up, are you not?
You guys taste that?
What's that?
Do you guys taste that?
What's that?
The salt.
Yeah.
Hey, you're the one who decided you were gonna go down here, man. I offered.
We both didn't use our brains because we should have sent our friend over here, Mr. Claus. It could have easily gone down a lot easier than both of us, but...
So chalk that down to lesson learned. Let's go see if we can do something with this computer. I'm gonna walk in as he's repairing IT3 and try to do the computer.
Perfect. Let's take a look here. There is a computer, and you can tell that it would be hard mechanically to pull it out of its slot. I picture like some sort of like hard drive plugged in, and that's kind of what you want to retrieve, that information.
Would that be a computer's check?
It would be a mechanics check to try to unplug the stuff and such.
Not bad. Al, could you show me where you couldn't do it to maybe assist me in not fucking up like you did? In other words, I'm asking if Cal can help to get a boost.
Sure. I can show you what wasn't working earlier. If you think you're capable now.
Sure, I'll give you a boost die for teamwork.
Simply yanking on it doesn't get the job done.
Hey, sometimes it does.
Purple, purple, purple?
Yes, 3 purples. And don't forget your boost die.
I put that on there already.
Ooh, nice. So you're like, this is what you did wrong, as you clearly just told me, and you kind of just pull it out, and it's like a hard drive that you could like probably plug into something and get it working that way. But right now, it doesn't really serve a purpose until you can like load it into another system.
Save your gloating for later, Jin. I see you're smirking.
I start looking at Cal going, where the fuck is your HDMI port?
It's not gonna work that way.
Is it here? Plug
And
it
the
in.
last time I'm not even gonna let you plug anything inside of me. Get the fuck out of here.
You guys haven't been stranded that long.
Yeah. This isn't prison.
Jesus, like
No.
that to me.
All right, so I will say that it's like afternoon. I don't know if you guys did actually want to just hang around and spend the night, but there is plenty of exploring that could be done today.
I am mentally tired, but I'm still willing to trudge forward. Maybe just for a little bit, and if we see that there's nowhere to find shelter, at least we know this thing's here. We can just backtrack.
I mean, this is the halfway point, so halfway to where we're trying to get to.
Okay.
We are also down a hole that is going in opposite direction.
The crevasse. Yeah, the crevasse like leads away from where you guys landed your ship.
I definitely opt to use this place as shelter if we can later, if we don't find anything right away. Simply because we were opted to not bring a tent.
That is true. That is true. You did opt to not bring a tent. So if you guys would like to explore, we can do that. How would you like to search the crevasse? The crevice. Like, what methods would you like to use?
So, Al, I saw you whipped your heelys out again. If you want to take the lead, I can take the rear. I will look around, make sure that nothing is watching us from the top of the crevasse. If you want to stay in the front, and maybe Slack can keep the protocol droid that we need to get paid alive. If everybody's cool with that.
I will try. If he throws himself off another cliff, though, that's not on me.
So just rip out the CPU.
Might as well.
Okay, so we're going stealth, perception, and kind of just protecting.
Whatever Slack
That's
wants to
right.
do.
Defensive formation.
Perfect. So I will get a an average stealth roll from Cal, and I will get a hard perception check from Jin.
Use my gun, do I get a boost or it's just like fuck off?
No, I'll say that no.
That's
You said an average?
I did say an average stealth, yes.
And am I gonna get? Are we technically in difficult terrain or?
I will say that I'll actually give you a boost die because you are in cover. There's like vines and like weird like swampy trees kind of growing in this place. Like it's still like a thick. It's not like a pit by any means. Like further down, it's still kind of like a jungle kind of scene. So I'll give you a boost die to your stealth roll.
Okay, so that makes my third boost die. Because I've got two for Stalker.
Oh,
So-
nice. Okay, yeah, that you should pass this one.
Oh my god!
Wow. Okay then. So I will say that you're trying to like stay stealthy, and for the most part, you're like, oh, okay, this is pretty good. But then you hit like you like trip on like half a vine, then you like try to hold yourself on like an old tree, and it kind of collapses, and this like old trunk just kind of into another tree that kind of and like two or three kind of dead trunks kind of just tip over, and it's kind of one of those like you kind of freeze just to see if anything hears you. And at that point, as Jin's kind of looking in the air and Cal is kind of like a bit further ahead, trying to navigate stealthily from those trunks, you actually see a swarm of rodent-like creatures. they are known as bark rats. And they're
Have bite.
what's that?
Birds have bite.
They appear to be attacking you guys. So there's going to be 2 groups of 2 coming out of the different trees, and they will be short range from Cal, medium range from Jin and Slacks. So at this point, we will get initiative. So cool check for everyone. I'll roll the group separate. That is confusing. Okay, cool.
With my triumph earlier,
Yep.
can you let me heal a little bit of strain?
In your failed stealth check, I will let you have cover if you like. How about that?
Sure.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, because if I start giving healing during non-combat, then it means you could also get strain outside of combat.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So we'll do it that way. So I think it's players and then them. You actually rolled quite a bit higher.
Holy. Yeah, it's Marshall 3 successes. Damn.
Yeah, I finally got a good roll.
So there's
Hope that's not the only one.
there's 2 like clusters, and I will say that I did say 2 each, but I was looking at the stats. No, that's not the case. I will say that there is 5 in each group.
Okay. Well, Cal, you're the closest. Do you want to go first so that you might have a chance to get moved?
Yeah, I will take my Genoshan blaster rifle, aim at the closest group to me, and shoot.
If you whip it out, it's a maneuver. To aim, it would be a second maneuver.
I will not aim. I will do like Jin and say, "Wah!" and just shoot.
Whip it out.
Cool, perfect. Fire away. It's just 1 purple shot.
Come on, Cal, just whip it out.
Oh, just a second here. Just curious. Technically, can I do quick strike and add a blue for it? It's not been acted upon yet.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, I'll take it.
They
There's
have-
my failed aiming.
It gives you a boost if. Nice, and that's a crit.
That's a crit.
Cool. The good thing about a cluster of rats is you kill 1 rat.
Definitely, I'm not even going to calculate how much of that.
No,
I'm just going to assume that it killed one of them.
It certainly did. It certainly did.
Can we say that it exploded? Is that I mean, Jin had all the fun about like literally blasting through a Hellcat, just like with his gun. I'd like to see at least a rat explode.
I will say that the rat kind of climbed up on the trunk that fell and kind of like at you guys, and you shoot, and it's just not there anymore. Just 4 little legs literally left on the tree, and a spray behind it.
So we're fighting Ratatas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's super effective.
There's 8 Raticates behind you.
Gun, super effective against Ratatas.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so that is Cal's turn. Next is whoever wants to go.
I'll take it. So I'll just have my gun out already, aim, and just scream to Cal going, "Oh, 1 fucking rat! So impressive!"
So there's
Ever
2.
the instigator.
So there's 2 separate groups. There's one that's missing a rat, and there's one that's fresh. Which one would you like to shoot at?
I'm gonna eliminate the fresh one. Decimate the pack.
Okay.
So I'm aiming,
Did you just say you're aiming? Since when were you carrying your gun? Oh, you were scoping. That's right. Never
You do also have the thing that take it out for free.
Draw.
That's right. You do. Sneaky.
So that gives me 1 per quick strike, also 1 for aiming, and 1 for my forearm grip. And then it's what difficulty?
For you, it is 2 medium range. Whew.
Jesus Christ!
I
Every blue is blank.
Yeah, but you also got like double results on your yellow dice.
I did.
So I will say with that threat, I will give you a strain,
Oh, don't do that.
and you kill one of the rats. Do you want a fancy description, or the rat is dead?
Rat is dead, but I'll just go. Look at the gun like, this annihilated a lion. The heroin cat. The fuck?
Yeah, but shooting a rat doesn't kill the next rat over. That's the thing.
Wow, 1 fucking rat. Ever so impressive, Jin.
Shut the fuck up, Cal. Shut the fuck up.
So, Slacks, it is now your turn.
Okay. So maneuver to pull my bowcaster, and then I will fire a auto fire mode.
Oh, cool. So it is medium range, but add 1 difficulty, and I'm guessing you're shooting 2 different rats.
Yeah, I'll shoot at. Well, they both shot the same group, right?
They shot at separate groups.
Oh, okay. Then I guess it's the one that one died of. We'll shoot that.
Okay, 1 died from each, so it not really matter.
I'm just trying to make sure. So I think this made it 1 harder, right?
Yeah, so instead of being medium range with 2, it's medium range with 3 purple.
Yeah, scope's only for long. Okay.
Yep. So the first time you use it in auto fire mode, right?
Yep.
Nice. So that's an upgrade that's been slapped onto the bowcaster. And basically, it makes the shot harder, but if you hit, you can hit again something else. So with those threats, I will give you another strain.
Okay.
But you didn't fall, so you're in better shape strain-wise than the rest of the party.
I have no strain. I just have a lot of wounds.
Yeah. Cool. So you do kill 1, and then since you... Oh, no, you need to spend a advantage to...
Yeah, I need 2 advantage on a hit box, so I only killed 1.
Cool. So that's fine. You killed 1 of the rats. There's 1 pack with 3 left, and the other one has 4. But that is fine. Cool. So now we're going to their turn. The pack with 4 is going to move up to Cal, and the pack with 3 is going to move up. I will... 1 is Jin, 2 is Slacks. Okay, so and then the other pack is going to Jin. What's
IT3? IT3.
He is behind Slacks as Slacks is protecting him.
Ah! Get away from me!
They just crit and rip them in parts. You're like, oh, okay, maybe not. Okay, so anyways, Cal, they're going to try to teeth and claw you, which is the name of the attack. Oh shit. Huh. Okay. Just remind me to get you guys to roll 1 setback die, because they do have 1 defense.
Oh.
Which is very interesting. Okay, cool.
Weakest strength in numbers.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It says no. It actually says toughened hide. But anyways, it's going to try to hit you with. Since it's a group, and then it had to move up to you. So that's its maneuver. Okay. So it's going to deal 6 damage. And it's going to use that triumph to crit. So you're going to take a critical injury as it kind of bites at your legs and kind of rips the hose, and you're like, oh, that's bad. I don't know what level of critical injuries you're at.
I don't have.
You have
And
one
you-
because you
Oh,
have
that's
one
right.
because you fell unconscious.
I said that if you fall unconscious because of strain, you won't get the critical injury.
Okay.
Okay.
So this
So
is
then I
this
am
your first one.
Without critical injury.
Cool. So the first one immediately suffered 2 strain,
Oh,
no ongoing effect.
fun. I just go, oh fuck, here we go again, and then drop.
Oh no!
Okay, and then the other group is going to attack Jin.
Setback die on that because I do have a defense.
Right. And then 1 purple and 1 black. Oh, no, not blue. K. And I think that's it. A triumph! Oh, good lord, look at that. So they deal 4 damage.
Okay, that takes my soak. It's still good. Don't take any wounds.
But then a critical injury.
What's the second one?
The second one, suffer a setback die to your next action, no ongoing effect.
Oh, okay. Give me a minute here. I gotta add the second one. 102. 2.
And that's it for them. So after this, it's going back to player turn, and then NPC. So for anybody
you said
watching,
suffers-
1 setback die, just the next action. So basically your next turn. But yes, for anybody watching, D&D, typically you roll and you get a number, and that's where your initiative is. For Edge of the Empire, you roll, and then it's decided in PC and NPC turns, and it's just based off how many successes. So a player could roll awfully, but still go first, because that makes the most sense in the scenario. So it's kind of neat.
All right. Been worse.
You've been dead.
How many rats are? How many rats are left?
There's 3 on you and 4 on Cal.
Okay.
On Cal's unconscious cusk.
So the worst we can do.
TPK.
My rat. Fucking Cliff.
Should have taken that rest and healed on my strain, guys.
Right now, you can go first, Slack. Cause I'm contemplating here.
Okay, so the rats are on top of Cal, so I don't really want to shoot him.
Oh, what's the worst that could happen?
I hit you with a bowcaster multiple times.
Bo, bo, bo.
Put me out of my misery.
Okay. I guess. Can I switch over to my axe? That take a maneuver, right?
Yeah.
And then 2 strain to move up to Cal because we were,
Yeah, it was medium
Wait for
to...
him.
Yeah.
and then attack the rats with my axe.
Cool. Go ahead with the roll. It's 1 purple and 1 setback. So 1 purple, 1 black.
For some reason, I feel more confident in him shooting at my body than swinging an axe at my body, but I mean, we're gonna let the dice decide.
Ooh, that was so close. Those were good rolls too. That's unfortunate. You can use some of the advantages to heal strain, and you actually have enough to give yourself a blue die on the next roll if you want.
We'll take the blue die.
Cool. You actually have enough for both. I think
Oh,
it's
okay.
1 for the strain, and then or no, sorry, you can't do both. I think it's 2 each. But yeah, carrying on. It is Jin's turn.
Fuck. I'm standing there. 2 of my teammates surrounded by 4 rats. I'm surrounded by 3.
So you feel like you're getting more stressed than hurt.
Yeah, that's kind of what Jin's going. Fuck this, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. Trying to don't have any source of flame.
When's the last time you had chili?
Just trying to. Okay. Try. I'm gonna ask for something. Just see if it's possible. This is what I want to do.
There's going to be a roll.
One.
It is possible, but you might not like the roll.
But that's just what I'm asking. Incidental. Put the Genosian blaster rifle away.
Mhm.
Maneuver. Take my flask out.
Okay.
Dump it on the fucking rats. And hit my fucking armor to try to spark to catch these fuckers on fire.
Okay. That's it's quite the feat you're
lot.
trying. Okay, let's try to figure this out. So I will say
One gun takes out one. Try to get these fuckers on fire.
maneuver to whip out the flask. Actually, okay. You can whip out something for free, right?
Incidental, yeah.
Okay. So you don't need to put your gun away. You can just have it. Whip out the flask for free. I will say pour it as a maneuver and then try to light it as an action. So it's going to be a I kind of want to say coordination to try to hit yourself and spark where this fire was, and also if you catch yourself on fire, you might take some fire damage.
And I'll take damage.
Okay.
Try to get these fucking rats away from me.
Yeah,
That's my thought right now.
I will say that it will be a yeah. Okay. It's going to be a hard coordination. But don't forget you do have a setback die from your last critical, and I will use a Dark Side of the Force to upgrade one of the difficulty die. So purple, red, black.
Oh, you cunt. Oh, you don't want to say so many bad words right now.
Oh, you did slip one.
I know, I didn't mean to.
It's okay.
I wanted to say something else, but I paused.
What the actual hell?
So, okay. So with this threat, I will give you a setback die on the next one as well, because you're like
Take it.
frantically. But you do light these rats on fire, and you can tell that they're not dead now, but by the end of their next turn, they will likely be dead if they're not extinguished. So the 3 rats on you are currently 3 balls of fire. You are also on fire. So I will say that at the end of your next turn, if you don't extinguish yourself, you will start taking fire damage. So same as them. If they don't do anything about it, they're going to die. If you don't do anything about it, you're going to take damage.
Okay, sounds good. Pulls out flash.
Just rats on fire on your body. Critical!
I can just imagine IT3 right now looking at all of us going, oh, I'm so fucked.
Yeah. I did not calculate that one. Okay, so that is all the player turns, I believe. Cal's still unconscious. I think the thing can be used, I think, 3 times, and then it doesn't work anymore. The repair kit. I could be wrong. Yeah. Okay. But it is still in pretty good shape here. So, okay, right on. Oh, actually, sorry, I said there was 3 on you. There's 4 on you. No, sorry, no, the 4 are on Cal, the 3 are on you. Yes, I have it written weirdly. But anyways, we're going back to. Sorry, at the end it's the rats' turns. The 4 that were on Cal are going to attack Slacks as he ran up and missed with his axe, and luckily missed Cal, who is turned off on the ground. I want to say unconscious so bad, but that's not it.
Running on reserve power.
Yes, exactly. 1 purple, and since you ran up to them, they're able to aim. They're just gonna like kind of get ready for the strike and strike. Good lord. So
rats ain't fucking around.
they are not apparently. That's weird. Their tail deals more damage than their teeth and claws, but anyways, that is 6 damage. And not enough for a crit, but they will give themselves a blue die on the next one. The rats that are on fire are going to start to run away, essentially. And you can tell that they're quite weak in general. And they essentially start to run and kind of stop running and kind of crisp up. And just like...
So, you would say we're surrounded by Chris Pratt?
Yeah, Chris Pratt. That hurt me to say, but yes, Chris Pratt.
God.
I'm so proud of it.
Okay. Crispy. Yeah, crispy rats. So after that, we're going back to the start. Player turns, and you guys can do what you wish. Or try to, anyways.
I'll take a shot to help Slacks and just yell, "Fire! Fire is their weakness!" and just shoot at a rat.
Okay, perfect. You're still medium range, so the two purple, and don't forget the black for the setback you got from being on fire. I'll say.
Well, purple, aim, foregrip, and the setback. Actually, I'll take my aim out, so that's not my maneuver. So I will not aim. Would my action be to extinguish myself, or would it be my maneuver?
I would say it's an action.
Yes, I'll scream, "Fire! Fire is their weakness!" And frantically patting myself out, going, "Ah! It's so mine!"
So you're trying to extinguish yourself instead of shooting?
I'm on fire.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, you're basically in a suit of you're in a toaster oven essentially. But I will say that it is I will say another coordination check to be able to like pat the correct areas where the fire is. And I will say
Stop, drop, and roll, man. Come on now.
So it'll be a hard coordination, and don't forget that setback die because you are on fire.
Oh fuck! Come on.
You're still on fire at the end of your turn. I'm going to say that you're going to take actually I'll do it this way. I'll use a bit of D&D here.
One question though.
Yep.
What can I use that one advantage for?
One advantage. That is a great question.
Can I use it to give a boost to like Cal or something, or me?
In what way?
Just basically going, screaming, "Fire! Fire! Give them back!"
By that logic, you should have ran towards the rats that are attacking Slacks.
One advantage. Add 1 boost die to the next allied active character's check.
I'm screaming, "Fire! Hit them with fire!"
And I'll use a bit of D&D here to deal 2 fire damage that is not absorbed by soak.
Absorbed by soap. Okay, I can deal with that. Rather be taking physical damage right now.
Yeah, because the mine's a bit on the fritz.
Fucking right. I'm on fire. Ah!
So we're going to Slax's turn at this point. You see Jin, like, it looks cool. You kind of look like some sort of phoenix person or something. Mandalorian armor, on fire, in a like a jungle. It's daytime, but it's like dark because you're in the shadows. On fire, just like, fire's the answer!
It would seem cool if the voice of a petrified bitch wasn't coming out right now.
Yep, that's what it is. But anyways, so you have still 4 rats on you. What would you like to do?
Well, unfortunately, I don't carry around a bunch of hard liquor with me, so I can't if I'm like on fire. So I guess I will swing at the rat some more.
Cool. Go ahead. It'll be the same roll, and I think you gave yourself a boost die for this one, right?
Yeah.
And I gave him a boost.
Right. So 2 boost die.
Me.
There's no such thing as aiming for a melee attack, is there?
No, there is.
Okay. Can I aim too then?
Yeah. No, definitely. So 3 boost die. There you go. Is that a crit?
Yeah. I'm just trying to double check
But
here. Crit is on.
Either way, the rat is dead.
1. Crit's on 1.
Oh, okay. So you do kill one of the rats, for sure.
Can we crit another one?
Unfortunately, they're kind of in a space that you chop one, and that's the thing. You guys fight big things. You kill Teemo in a turn, and then a swarm of rats where you can't just kill them all in one shot.
Yeah. I haven't seen any abilities to give you multi attacks.
On
That.
yeah, that is weird. You'd figure there'd be like, oh, I have 2 like smaller vibro axes.
2 clawed hands.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, why can't I smack you twice?
But anyways, moving on. It is their turn. There's only the 3 on you at this point. They're going to try to attack you. And they will aim, of course. Ooh. And they're going to use their tail.
Because it does more damage.
Because it does do more damage.
It just remembered, oh yeah!
Rattata used Tail Whip.
Actually doesn't do anything usually, so...
That's true.
Lowers your defenses.
5 damage, which in your case I think is nothing. I could be wrong.
Yeah, that's just my soak. They bite, no manage to break through.
But they do have knockdown on their Tail Whip. It's not actually called Tail Whip, but that's what it is now for in Star Wars canon. They're going to kind of collectively start grabbing at your legs with their tails and kind of run off and kind of rip the carpet from under your feet in a non-literal way. You know what I mean? So you kind of shoot, poof. You are knocked down.
Leg.
Yeah, you're knocked down at this point, and they're going
Who
to
knew that?
use
Who knew
those.
that these rats were judo experts?
That would be karate, but yeah, no, it's all good. They are going to use those to give themselves a boost die on the next one. So, back to player turns.
I'm on fucking fire! I'm gonna try to turn myself out again.
Okay, go ahead. It'll be the same roll.
Oh, roll green, purple again.
Yes, no, I'll give you setback dice because you are on fire.
Wondering if I run towards the rats that are on, just swept the legs. Can I set them on fire because I'm on fire?
That's like trying to catch a chicken.
If Rocky can do it.
Jin can in a suit of armor. Right. So I will say that you pat yourself out, but I will give you a strain as you take as you take a breath, you're like, whew, that was stressful.
Fuck, I don't like that. I don't like you right now. You're not friends.
Hey, you're not taking more damage at least.
I'm just gonna hold my gun. Before I aim, look at IT3 going, you may not be able to fight, but I know you know how to put out a fire, you piece of skin shit! I'm just gonna aim my gun.
Oh dear. So at this point, it's going to be Slax's turn.
Okay. So are the rats still right by me?
Yeah, they're kind of surrounding you, and you are currently on the ground. So it's a maneuver to stand up.
Do I get a disadvantage if I spoke at them from the ground?
I would give you a setback die if you attack them from the ground.
Alright, I'll stand up first then.
Cool.
And then I shall attack.
Swinger. Hell yeah.
Splat goes another one.
Splat goes another one. At this point, there's only 2 rats left, and they appear to be definitely in a bad situation, and they're going to flee. Idiot Brigade said, do a flip. That would have been cool.
Just gonna put my gun on my back and go. Al? No, Slax. Sorry. Fucking hate droids. One's down, one's useless. I'm going back to the ship. I'm going to drag one of them. Which one am I dragging?
You mean the escape pod?
Yes. Alright, so
What? Which one seems lighter? So you know what? I'm just gonna take my gun, point at IT3 and go. Who's the ship?
He's like, sir, there is certainly no need to push me. I am fully willing and, like I said before, not a servant, but definitely an ally.
He's gonna go to his and go, I was on fire! Where were you? Ally?
I am a non-combatant, and it looked like you set yourself on fire, good sir. It seemed like you had the situation under control. By my calculations, if the fire didn't kill you, this planet might anyway, so perhaps it was your choice to end yourself then and there. My calculations were not quite complete by the time the encounter was terminated.
I'm just gonna grab my gun and go, forget sometimes that not all droids are like Cal, emotional. Nice to see one that is very computer-like. Thank you for reminding me that droids are emotionless in can. Put my gun away.
Speaking of your ally Cal that is currently on the ground, perhaps you should, choice of words, but turn him on.
I'm going to that pod. If I get any more stressed, you will have to carry me. I'm going to that escape pod, and I'm making sure that you don't die. Slax has got him. Let's go.
Yes, sir. And he's going to follow you. So again, I will reiterate that the repair kit can be used more than once. So just as an action, and you could just Cal can be back up.
yeah, I've got a repair kit with me, so I'll use that.
Cool. So you healed as much as you did the first time.
I think it's time for us to take a break before we continue.
Question: does that kit repair strain?
I will say, just for the sake of today, yes, it does.
Just the one, so I can be conscious again.
However, what does it heal for like hit points? Is it 3?
I'm not sure. I thought it was.
I had that wrote down, but apparently I didn't.
I thought it was 4. But
Okay,
maybe
it could be 4. It's probably the same as a stim pack. Let's say 4, and let's say it heals 4 strain as well, just for the sake of it.
All right. Well, I'll take the sake of it for sure.
Perfect. So you guys just make all your way to the escape pod and wish to kind of rest up before proceeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sore.
Okay, perfect. Is there are you guys just all going to sleep, or are you doing watches, or what? How do you guys do this?
Before we fall asleep, I want to see if that door that we came in can actually come in and close again.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too. Try to get that door closed. Get us some security.
I will get you to make a I'll get you to make an easy mechanics check, just to see if you think it can happen before you try something.
You want me to do that one?
I got 3 green, but I know you got more, so yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
2 yellows and a green.
Go ahead. Your pool's better.
But I still have a setback because I'm still stressed.
Yeah, we didn't count that in the combat, but that's okay. It went.
I put it every time.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
okay.
there was supposed to be an extra one because of their
Yeah,
thing.
because of your
So-
fear, but that's okay. I'm not too worried. But yeah, you look at it and you're like, at first glance, you're like, oh yeah, this should be able to shut. And then you look and there's enough rust that you think that if you try to possibly close the hatch, it might just break off and it might cause a bit of ruckus. So it might be difficult to close it without without breaking it. And Turnip said in chat, are we going to close the entrance?
Yeah, we're totally like that.
Cold hard facts coming in with the Ewok emotes. But yeah, so you can assume that it can be closed, but it would be hard to do it without breaking it and causing a bunch of ruckus and possibly drawing attention to the place where you're supposed to spend the night peacefully.
We
Well,
can
how
take
hard-
turns keeping watch.
I'm actually gonna look at the droid and be like, at IT3, going, "You need to sleep."
No, I do not.
Cool. If you see anything, let us know. And I'm just taking my helmet off and getting as comfy as I can.
Okay.
Finding a nice, comfy piece of moss.
Yeah, the inside of the escape pod that you found is definitely soggy. There's some moss growing on the inside. There you can find basically a comfy section that you can treat as a bed easily. So you guys can certainly all rest up. It's like 4 o'clock, but you guys can definitely have like an afternoon kind of early night. But yeah, you can rest up. You can have a full night's rest. IT3 is watching. He does not alert you, and you guys kind of all wake up. Your strain is completely healed, and you also heal 1 damage. And I will be very generous, and I will let you guys roll for a critical injury.
Oh, to heal it?
Yeah.
I will. I think you mentioned that if we rest for a night, that I'm still gonna get 2 strain. So I left myself 2 strain, since that's what you mentioned earlier.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
So, what is it's a medicine check for what again?
It's a average medicine check for you because you have 2 critical injuries. Am I correct? Cool.
So would it be an easy one for me who only has the 1? Is that it?
Yes.
Can I use those 2 advantages to help the next person who rolls?
I do not see a way that you healing yourself will help someone else heal themselves.
I got burned. I need some ointment.
I got chills! I'm multiplying.
Maybe don't light yourself on fire while wearing metal.
Hey,
I mean,
take care of some rats, okay?
you did kill 3 rats, but you did also set yourself on fire. So, I mean, win-win.
Woohoo, I succeeded.
So I got 1 threat. So I'm guessing you're gonna want to put me another strain.
No, I'll just do that in combat.
Okay.
I'm back down to 1 crit.
And for you, Cal, did you roll a mechanics check instead of a medicine?
It's the same for
Oh,
me.
okay, perfect.
So
No, that works out. So at this point, you guys kind of you wake up. IT3 is just waiting. And he's like, "Oh, good sirs, you are awake. Wonderful that we can continue this adventure and try to find the ship we are looking for."
Quick question for me.
Okay.
Where I still have 2 critical injuries.
You still
One
have
of
2?
them-
Oh, right, because you didn't heal it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't. One of them is suffer 2 strain.
Okay.
If I sleep, do I still heal those 2 strain, or do I still have them?
No, it like happens immediately. If you rest, they're gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but now if I get another crit instead of starting back at 1, I get a 3rd one. Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
cool.
Uh,
Good to me.
and as you guys kind of wake up, you're like, "Wow, I slept really well because I was beaten up like pretty bad." You wake up and you kind of look at the forest, and you get almost like a PTSD from like the day before, and it'll get you guys to roll a fear check.
No, damn it! I was good. I had no fear. I have PTSD of catching myself on fire.
And it's going to be a hard discipline check. So 3 purple die.
Oh, fuck.
And I do want to remind you guys that you do have 1 light side and 2 dark side in the pool currently. And I will say that if there's no failures, it will not be a fail. Cold hard facts. This forest is indeed scary.
What kind of check? You said discipline, right?
Yeah, discipline.
I think I built my asshole.
Darn.
You guys all you guys all succeeded. Well, didn't succeed. You didn't fail. I'll put it that
It
way.
can get worse.
Yes, exactly. So Slacks, I'll say that you're still at the first
The
level,
one. Yeah.
and then you two are like, you're thinking like, hey, this is really scary, but not enough to affect your day to day in a sense.
Cal, do you have any medical prowess? Could you check if I've got any 12th degree burns on my anus?
I am not very set up for medical protocols, so if anything, I'll be more tempted to burn you further.
As he says, they go. And according to last night, when you brought those fucking rats, you're not fit for stealth either.
I'd like to see you try.
Oh, sure, I'll take the fucking lead. Fuck you. And I'm just gonna take the lead stealthily.
Fuck you.
What's the roll, damn it?
Okay. So
Lead the way.
So I will get you guys to make whoever is leading the way to make a I think there is a survival check. Could I be wrong? There is survival.
There is survival.
Yeah, a hard survival. And then depending on the result, we'll see how good the perception check is going to be.
Shit! Why'd I have to smart ass talk you that? Survivalist.
Hey!
Hey!
So you do find a path that is a bit dangerous, and you do manage to go through it, and you kind of get a bit of a clearing, and you're like, oh, finally we get a bit of a glimpse further down this huge crevasse. So I will get each of you to make a hard perception check.
Hard perception.
I'm gonna do, as we reach this clearing, look at Cal going, is he so goddamn house?
Ooh.
I'm going to ignore Jin.
I thought that was your default setting.
Yeah.
They said hard.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are kind of looking around, and Jin, you're like dead focused because you were leading the way, and you kind of find this clearing, and ahead of you, you see a narrow winding valley, one of many cutting through the rugged and overgrown terrain. A small river is visible through the trees. A rocky dam at the southern end creates a long, oblong lake filling much of the valley floor behind it. After a moment, you realize that the dam is actually the rusted hulk of a ship, jammed between the rocky outcroppings of the opposing bluffs. The color is similar to that of the surrounding rocks. Water pours through the huge holes in the hull, flowing through the decks and out through engines, among other exit points, until it plunges down a series of natural falls and continues south.
Yeah, I believe that this ham over there, and I'm going to hand my gun to Slacks and stuff just so they can see through the scope. I believe that it is
I believe that it is it's the ship we are looking for. Ah, fuck.
No, we can hear you.
Ah.
Yeah.
No worries, we can hear you. But yeah, looking again, Slacks. You gave it to Slacks, right?
Yeah.
I can get you to make an average perception check. You are unsure what you're looking at.
I see a thing.
That looks like rocks.
all right. IT3, is this what we're looking for? And I'm going to hand him the gun.
It is weird. And he's like looking. He looks so weird with the Genosian blaster, but he like looks through the scope.
With a 2-meter extension on it.
This is not an easy gun to handle by any means. So let's roll for him.
Everybody but Cal first. Ignore me, will you?
Let me just find IT3's stat block here. I think that he's bad at generally everything, but we'll find out.
Damn it.
Yeah. So, hey! So he's like, oh, actually, this appears to be the aft engine section of a banking clan frigate. Or frigate. And the lake is clear enough that we might be able to see if there's more of the ship. But from here, it's hard to tell. Okay, so I'm assuming you guys are going to move closer towards it.
Sorry.
No worries.
So, what do you mean by, is this, you use a lot of technical terms. Is this ship part of the ship that we are looking for?
It is possible. There's been other ships that have crashed here for sure, so it is, by my calculations, likely that it is the correct ship, but it might just be a part of the ship.
Right, can I, like, approximate the distance, like how long it would be travel?
Yeah, you could tell it'd be like 15-ish minutes. Like, it's not crazy far.
Okay. You guys are ready to go? Anything else you want to look about this beautiful scenery, looking at where we'll probably be our which will accept us and turn us into moss so that the fucking cats and the rats and shit will eat us for money, because, you know, there's nothing else that we rather live for.
Cool. So you guys...
I will try to stealthily make my way over the ship.
Perfect. I will get you to roll a stealth check. Are the other people trying to stealth as well?
I will attack the stealth as well.
Cool.
I will also have my gun ready.
Okay. Perfect. I will... I'll say that it's an...
Flask.
I'll say that you're running low on booze because you did pour a good amount on you. You've drank quite a bit as well. You're running low. So I'll say that it's an average stealth check, and I'll give you guys a boost die because you're covered by the trees.
Now then, technically, do Jin or I have any fear at all?
No, not currently.
Yeah, that's right. I got some stuff for assassin too. I'm gonna offer a shot to IT3.
He's like, no, good sir. I'm as a protocol droid, I do not require food or drink.
Hey, awesome. Just drinking by myself.
Cool.
Back in my. I like how I pretend to have a jacket.
Yeah, in my cloak that I wear over my over my Mandalorian armor.
Just shove it in my armor.
So no, you guys can make it there, and you feel like you're quite stealthy. And IT3 kind of holds his distance behind you guys because he's not very good at stealthing, but it's far enough back that he sees you, and you guys like are stealthy. Like he's not interrupting your stealth. So there is there's steep rocky outcroppings. There's it's hard to, it's basically a dam that's made with a ship, so it's hard to, it would be hard to get there. How do you guys want to do you guys want to, like, I'll get you guys to make a hard perception check.
Okay.
As you're looking for a way to essentially get to this ship. Rough. So I'll say that you guys are looking around, and you're having a hard time kind of finding a way, because it's basically like waterfalls and stuff like going through the ship. Like it's hard to find a way, but you do actually spot a ladder that seems to be kind of usable from the side.
Since we're close to the ship, like you said that there was water coming through holes in the ship.
Yeah.
Does it look like there is like where it's dammed? Does it look like once we go in, it's going to be somewhat like a sinking ship, like dry, and then at a certain point we're going to be underwater?
Yeah, you kind of get that feeling, but a good chunk of it, like the water is pouring at like the bottom parts of the ship.
Oh.
And like the top parts are seem to be more dry, so you can assume that most of the ship is above, but there's more than likely a chunk of the ship underwater.
Okay. Thank you.
Is the ladder easily accessible?
Yeah, the ladder. You kind of have to scale like the side of like a wet kind of rocky area, but you can tell that it'd be an easy athletics check to kind of scale the rock wall to get to there.
I'll attempt to scale the rock wall to get to the ladder.
Cool. It will be an easy athletics, but I will give you a setback die because it is wet.
Would that be considered difficult terrain?
It would be.
Well, then I don't take a setback die.
There you go. Hey. So
I'm falling now, bitches.
So you're like scaling this wall, moving sideways, and you get to this ladder, and it seems to kind of, it's like on the side of the ship. It was probably something used by mechanics once the ship was like in a, like landed on a planet or something to like get to the top. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's a ladder leading essentially to the top of the this wreckage.
Does it look sturdy?
I will get you to make another. Yeah, I'll get you to make another hard perception check. Okay, so there's a couple missing rungs, but it does appear to be usable.
Okay. Then I'll start climbing it and see where it goes.
Cool. You start to climb up. The Slacks and Jin, are you guys following or kind of letting Cal go ahead on this one. IT3 is like, I believe I should probably stay on the outskirts here. Climbing is not my forte.
I'm gonna grab
Yeah, we've seen
IT3.
that before.
Grab IT3, put him in a bush, and just start covering him with leaves, going, "Don't move."
Oh, as a droid, I do not have the urge to move very often, so I not a problem at all. A strange tactic indeed, but I'll take it. As you're just putting like shrubbery on him.
Why does he look like something my grandmother would have on her centerpiece? Fuck.
So so he seems to be like relatively well hidden in like a random bush next to a cliff. But yeah, you guys can attempt to scale this rock wall to get to the ladder. I'll say that the ladder's like probably like 50 feet. Like it's quite high, but it goes to like essentially the very top of the dam.
Max, can you just stand at the bottom and catch me in case I fall?
I guess. Why didn't we send? Oh yeah, we don't cut a rope. Never mind.
Correct. So yeah, so I'll try to climb with Slacks waiting in case I fall.
Okay, perfect. You start to climb. Cal, you're probably 40 feet up, and you've noticed the missing rungs, and you've climbed appropriately, and it seems to be relatively sturdy as well. So you seem to be able to get to the top. Jin, you're about 20 feet up at this point. Slacks, do you still want to just kind of wait?
Is he up on the ladder now?
Yeah, he's up. Wait, I didn't get you guys to roll for the rock cliff. It'll be an easy athletics check with one setback die. So one purple, one black.
For the record, I'm at the top of the ladder now.
You're like, if they both succeed, yes. Otherwise, we'll kind of rewind a smidge.
You said it's with a setback?
Yeah, one purple, one setback. Hey. Okay, so you both successfully scale this wall with relative ease, and then yeah, Cal, you're basically like 10 feet from the top. Jin, you're about 20 feet up, and then Slacks, you seem to be waiting. Did you just want to wait as well, or did you want to start going up?
Me?
I'm
Sorry. Oh.
I'm just waiting until he gets up to the ladder to make sure he doesn't fall off the rocks, and then I'll start following.
Okay, no problem. So, Cal, you make it to the top. You can disembark the top of the ladder, and you can tell that there's basically a dam, and you're on the top of the hull of this engine part of a huge frigate.
While the others are scaling the ladder, can I do a check to see what's like if I notice anything around, baddie wise or something like that?
Sure. I'll get you to make an average perception check. Okay, perfect. No, you're looking around, and you can tell that there might be some weak spots on the hull, but they're somewhat obvious. Like it's already started to like collapse. You don't see anything you don't see like any animals or any sign of anything dangerous up there.
Cool.
So at this point, Jin, you're basically making it to the top as well, and you see essentially the same thing. You see Cal standing up there. So Slacks, you're at the bottom. What would you like to do?
I'll start following them up.
Cool. You start climbing up and up and up and up and up, and you make it there. No problem.
Oh, Cal, while we're waiting for Slacks to climb this wall, you will probably do in a few seconds. You haven't seen anything interesting up here at all?
Other than you scaling a ladder, no. Sadly, nothing else was interesting.
I knew you'd focus on me all the time. I knew you liked me. But see, that's why as IT3 did not say, it would be too easy for me to turn you on again. And I'm just going to... So you said there's water?
Yeah, you're basically at the top of a dam. One side is like the fall where You just climbed up, and the other side is like water, like halfway up.
Okay. There's water halfway up, like it's not right up to equal.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Can we see anything in the water?
Let's take a look. I will get you to make a an average perception check, but with 2 setback die,
Damn.
because you're looking through some murky water.
The perception
Yeah.
and average with 2 setback.
Yep. So you're like, oh, maybe the rest of the ship is underwater, but you can't see anything in particular. It is a pretty big like lake that it's created by blocking this, like the entrance to the valley. So you're unsure what's underwater, but it is big enough that it could be the whole ship could be underwater.
Is there a way inside from this ship?
You guys did see some places that were a bit weaker on top, and if you move about, you might be able to find some holes. But Slacks, you are on top as well at this point.
Well, there's nothing around here. I guess let's see if we can break our way in. I'm gonna go over to one of these spots, see if I can open a hole. Big enough to drop into.
Cool. So you're gonna try to break through one of the weak spots.
Yeah.
Cool. Just like pushing with your hands. You're gonna try to hit it. How are you gonna try to break through?
If it looks like it's weak enough, I'll just try my hand. Otherwise, just use the axe and just try to break a hole.
Sure.
Start peeling it back or something.
Sure. I will get you to make a I'll say a hard athletics check just to try to pry it open to make a hole big enough to fit one of you guys. You're like pushing and you feel a bit of flex in the vibro axe and you're like, if I keep pushing I might snap the axe. So at this point you're like, I might not be able to break through just with my strength.
Jin, shoot it.
Wait, what? Are you giving me permission to shoot something? Is Slack telling me I can shoot something?
An inanimate object. Yes, I hope you don't miss.
Snap the axe.
Alright, what's the roll?
You are shooting at the side of a barn essentially. But I will say that it is an easy, so 1 purple.
I'm gonna aim.
Sure.
And 1 purple. Triumph.
Cool. Do you want to turn that into a crit?
The amount of damage it does, we might as well.
So, is it just 1 weak point, or does my mind going, if I shoot this and do too much damage, that it would weaken the structure?
No, this is like pretty massive. You can tell that no matter how much damage you would deal at like 1 point, it wouldn't collapse.
Sure.
But it might like crack open a bit to like give you guys a good entrance, if you know what I'm saying.
So I will do my. So how many successes is that? 1?
Yep.
How many successes is that? 10. That's 10, 20,
30 damage.
30 points of damage with 1 shot.
So you aim with the Geonosian blaster rifle with the huge barrel extension, and you shoot, and this creates like a foot diameter thing, and the sides kind of peel away. It is big enough for a humanoid to essentially squeeze through, or a player character.
Shit, I'm gonna grab my blaster and go. And I'm gonna be like, before we jump in, we should look. And I'm gonna shove my head into my hole.
And did that hole or your hole?
That's not the first time.
Uh,
Why do I
shove
feel
my
something
head-
could bite his head off in this situation?
Oh fuck! Puts head in,
so
and then Cal just strips off the Mandalorian armor.
so I will get you to make an
a
easy
heartbeat.
perception check, but I will give you a setback die because it is dark in there.
I do have infrared, which means.
Is it on your gun or on yourself?
It is a racial trait. Infravision removes one setback dice from checks due to lighting conditions.
Nice.
Racial traits the only thing the Chiss have. Easy, you said?
Yep.
Don't this shit, guys!
So you can see that right beneath where the hole is, there seems to be like a walkway, and there's like other walkways like lower. This seems to be like a generally like empty area, but lower you can hear water kind of rushing through the ship, and you hear it kind of go to the waterfalls on the other side. It kind of makes sense how the water's like flowing through and like pushing out the cracks on the other side.
Good! And I'm gonna, like, somersault cartwheel flip and try to land under my feet into the hole.
Okay, perfect. You do so, and you as soon as you land, you hear, and the basically frame like breaks and it starts to fall. If only you could tell that was rotted to shit.
So I'm falling.
Yeah, yeah. I will. Hey, here's an easy perception check. Hey, I don't get a setback because my race is great. And then you hop in. Oh, yeah. Boom.
Wait. Fire. Water. I'm Frankenstein. Nature bad.
So I will get you to make an average coordination check to see if you can kind of brace yourself for impact.
Give me a minute here. I'm still in shock. Coordination.
Yeah.
At average.
Yep.
Okay, at least it's a success.
Okay. So you do kind of brace yourself to the walkway that you're on that is also falling with you. And you're like, oh god! You feel like you're falling in an elevator, and you're like, do I jump? Do I lay down? What the hell do I do? But anyways, it kind of smacks on another one, breaks through, smacks on another one, and you're like, my knees, oh my spine. It's not as bad as you would have expected, but you do take 3 wounds.
Ooh. Okay. So as I'm falling, going, it's good, it's good. Every time they hear, it's like, I think this is the last one. It's not. Ah, shit. Be careful when you come down.
I'll look over at Slacks and say, don't think we can go in here.
At
It
this,
doesn't sound like the best entry.
nobody else looked inside. You just popped your head in. You said, "Yeah, it's good." You jump in, and then screams from the inside. Be careful when you come in.
It would have been more convenient to just hear him screaming, Leroy Jenkins!
Once I hit the bottom, I'm going to go, that fucking hell. I'm going to take another one of my stim packs, and I have one left. But it heals less, doesn't it? Actually, no, because it's a new day.
Correct. It is a new day. But it at this point you're about 20 feet above the water.
How high? Like, if I look up high, how high is the hole?
How high is the hole? Just a second.
Basically, all he sees are gonna be Slacks and I's head just looking at the.
How high is the hole? I will say that it's about 35 feet up.
Hey! Oh, if you guys jump in, It's only 50 feet. The water. But I stopped at 35 feet. I think we are good. Should I jump again? As I'm yelling instead of using my goddamn calm.
Oh god.
Do you want to try to find another way in?
I'm gonna go look through the hole. See if we can see him, see if we can see anything else around.
Fair enough.
I will get you to make an easy perception check as you peek your head into the hole, but I will give you a setback die because of the darkness. Cool. So you do peek in, and you're like, oh, I'm not sure if I see him. You don't see any, like, structures anywhere close. Those are kind of sweeped out of there. But you do see a glint of, like, steel, and you're like, oh, I think I see Jin's armor down there. And you're like, ah!
Yeah, I think we're gonna need to find another way. There's nothing to jump into.
Yeah, I'm not ready to fall again. I've done quite enough of that on this planet so far.
We've done quite a bit of that everywhere.
I don't feel stressed. I just feel hurt a little bit. I'm like the character in Austin Powers, played by Will Ferrell. I am still alive, but it very much helps.
Yes, they send him in the pit.
I forgot that he was in that.
He's in every single one.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so
Jin, do you see anywhere from water's coming in?
You're gonna stop. Oh wait, press my comms back. I'm going to give it another look, but last time I don't know if I can trust my eyes or not. I'm not adjusted to this goddamn helmet.
perfect. So you can make an average perception check looking into the darkness. There's no setback die because you're of your Chiss eyes. There you go. You're looking, and you can tell that this kind of slopes down slowly into the water, and you can tell that it likely like kind of collapsed underwater, and then water's like pouring in, kind of flowing through, and then pouring out, and you can tell that the rest of the ship is probably not attached. So you're basically in an engine section of the ship you're looking for.
Okay, but where I'm at, you said it collapsed and stuff, where the water's pouring in. If I were to take my gun, point it to the other side, shoot, kind of like trying to open the drain in a bathtub, would this empty out?
It might start to pour faster, but this is like quite massive.
If I take multiple shots.
You could keep trying, I suppose.
Remember, we have a robot hiding in the gully.
I know.
Inside the ship.
I'm just gonna calm and be like, this just seems to be the engine area of the ship. The best I think we could probably find in here is a communications thing, or to see like maybe a log of what they had within their ship, maybe flight records, a black box, but maybe even spare parts for U-Slacks. Do you guys want to come down, or do I try to find a way out?
Like I explained, this seems to be more of like an engine area as opposed to like a bridge or anything like that. It seems to be more like mechanical big engine pieces as opposed to computers and stuff like that.
Flex, I found your Walmart. Do you want to come down here?
I found your Walmart.
That's a pickup line if I've ever heard one.
Well, from the sounds of it, this isn't really our end goal. It might be worth stopping by on our way back if we're able to carry some stuff, but I think we should probably continue on.
Alright, I'm going to try to find a way out of here. It might take a little bit.
So on.
It's okay. We won't. It's okay. We won't wait.
So the
Just
basically walkway that you're on, not the one you fell off of, but the one it like rested on, slopes kind of downwards into the water, but it goes up towards like the side of the inside of this because it's slightly slanted into the into this, like it's just like positioned that way.
Well, my choices are venture up, hope to find an exit, or go down and find where the water is squeezing out of.
That's essentially what it's coming down to.
I'm going to contact Slacks again and go, how is your mechanical skills with the ship's layout?
I'm not sure what that would fall under, so I'm not sure.
That would probably be like a. I could let it be a mechanics check.
My mechanics is decent.
So, would you believe it would be easier for me to venture deeper into the ship and try to find a way out? Or just find the most damaged place, shoot underwater, and get shot out like a cork?
Well, how good are you at holding your breath, and can you swim?
Fuck it, the water it is. And I'm gonna go into the water, find a wall that I assume is pointing towards where I want to go, and just shoot.
Okay, so as you get into the water, you feel like there's a bit of a flow already towards the wall. And it starts to pick up a bit. I will get you to make an easy coordination check.
But
Or I can let it be athletics if you prefer.
I will take the coordinations. I'd like a bigger pool than a better pool. Said it's easy.
Yep. That's like having a huge kiddie pool instead of a really nice, like, small one. Perfect. So, you're like, oh, there's a bit of a flow here, and you see like pieces of like sheared metal and stuff sticking out, and you manage to like swim out of the way and dodge it. You can tell it's picking up more and more as you're getting closer, as the pressure is essentially building, funneling into like where the wall is, where the waterfalls are already shooting out. You don't see any daylight because you can assume the waterfalls are slightly under the water surface. But you're picking up speed. I will get you to make an average coordination check.
I'm doing this. I go. I made a terrible mistake. This is a terrible mistake.
Is he underwater at this point?
No, he's getting relatively
Okay.
close to the wall though.
That's all I'm saying. It's a terrible mistake.
Cool. So you succeed, but as you're like looking in the water, you notice a bar that basically like you just kind of pass under it. It kind of distracts you for a second. So for the next roll, I will give you a setback die. And the next roll, I'm also going to use a dark side. Is going to be a hard coordination check as you're basically towards the wall to see if you can kind of control yourself and not just go smack shot out.
I'm gonna use my light side die to upgrade my pool.
Okay, so it's going to be purple, purple, red, black, blue,
Okay, so
green, green, green. That's a lot of colors.
my blue.
Oh no, sorry, no blue, no blue. Just okay, purple or green, green, yellow, purple, purple, red, black. Whew. The dice pool for this game can get complicated.
Mm-hmm.
I said it once. I'll say it again. That is my beach.
So you're like, okay, I think I got this. I think I got this. Okay, and at the end, it basically like goes like you know, when you hit the top of like a water slide that's about to go down, you're like, oh, this isn't too bad. Then it goes like, whoosh. That it feels like that. You're like, yeah, this isn't too bad. You go smack in the wall. I will get you to take 1 wound, and then you will get sucked and shot out of this waterfall. I will get you, since you were not able to kind of control yourself before you hit the wall and got sucked out of this, the hull of this ship, I will give you a setback die, but I will use, it's going to be a hard, actually, it's going to be a daunting coordination to try to compose yourself midair to not do a fucking belly flop, from this waterfall.
That's 4 purple
Yup.
in a setback.
Yeah, and a setback.
Turn my hat. Wait. That is my bitch!
So you get shot out of this waterfall. You look like a spitball going out of a straw, okay? And you see a chunk of Mandalorian armor just flailing in the air. And somehow, it looks like an Olympic sport of like flailing, not diving, but it's like, ah! And you kind of manage to rotate just enough. You're like, I'm gonna die! But you go head first and you just go, whoosh, beautifully. I will not give you any damage for that. That was beautiful.
Just going into the cup. Whatever fucking do, Cal. We're not going in that ship.
Oh, don't you worry. That was never my intention.
So from the top, you guys just hear, boom.
And then,
Yeah, and then the most beautiful little splash at the bottom.
You guys, oh, I feel like I've been reborn.
oh god.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Well. Are we gonna wait for Jin to climb back up?
This is not the ship we're looking for. I'm just gonna go and grab IT3 going. Do you think that the other part of this is inside the ship, is inside the lake?
Well, it does not appear to be on this side of the dam. It must be on the other side.
Okay. Find high ground.
It appears to be right there, sir.
Climb as high as you can.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Yes, sir. You appear to be in a bad mood. Are you having a bad day?
I'm just gonna take the gun and just aim at the hull, going, "Move now."
Mere the hull.
I'm pointing at the hull, telling him to move, because I'm about to drain this lake.
So he's like, okay, and he goes to the ladder, and he's not very quick, being a protocol droid, but he does manage to slowly climb this ladder all the way up.
And I assume that he's at a safe distance. I'm just basically turning this small waterfall into a filter. There's putting as many holes to drain the lake.
So it's like a series of waterfalls and like entrances that, or exits, I guess, that have water pouring out. You can certainly shoot, but after like 10 shots, you can tell that the flow hasn't changed much, that it is quite massive. You can keep going, but you can tell that there's a lot of water on the other side, and already a lot of water flowing.
I'm gonna calms down to Jin and ask him what the actual hell is going on down there. Do we need to be concerned?
Just gonna put the gun away, going, "I'm coming up again." You can go, and I'm just gonna come up, just like climb up and go. I thought I was good at science. Turns out I am not. It's not where we need to go.
So IT3 is like, as I've calculated, the rest of the ship might be further, perhaps the other side of the lake or further down, we did not find it on that side of the dam.
Can we walk across the part of this to get to the other side of the crevasse?
Yes, you can. By other side, you mean the other, like, top side of this,
Yeah.
the crack? Yeah, you can do that.
Alright, so at least know we can get from one side to the other at this point. Do we want to stay on this side, or do we want to go to the other?
At this point, it's kind of more... It was like crevasse kind of opening to like a valley, and where you are, it's like filled water, and it kind of... It's like a... almost like a oval shape for a lake. And I'll actually get you guys to make a hard perception check at this point.
I was going to ask if I could climb a tree.
If you want to climb a
And then
tree,
look.
if you want to climb a tree, I will give you a boost die.
Cool. I'm climbing a tree.
I don't see shit.
Failing a perception check is how you got spitballed. Oh my god.
What?
So IT3 is like, we might be lost, but we can keep searching in that direction. Perhaps we'll stumble upon the rest of this ship.
So, is the ship that's creating the dam, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, are we seeing engine bits? Like, are we seeing like
It is
the
essentially,
thrusters? Are we...
what is blocking it is essentially a chunk of the engine. That like the ship you're looking for is massive, and the chunk that is there is essentially just an engine chunk.
Okay, so it's safe to assume that it could have broken off, and then that the bigger part of the ship is probably not submerged under the water, but further along.
You can get that assumption, yes.
Okay.
So is there anything like this lake? I'm gonna look at IT3 and go. So, just so I'm clear, the jobs that Romcom sent us for is to locate the ship and any technology that would help Isotech, correct?
Yes, and possibly survivors or anything of the sort. It has been 20 years. It is still possible that there could be survivors.
This lake could contain technology, things that are interesting to us.
By my calculations, if so, they're probably destroyed. But indeed, it is possible that there could be technology worth something to ROM in this lake.
So are we, guys? This is a question. Are we going straight forward to the thing, or are we looking for as much fucking money as we can get? I like money.
Are you suggesting we go spelunking or like snorkeling?
What?
Because
I'm suggesting you don't need to fucking breathe.
I'm also running on electricals, so
Something tells me that in this time, they've figured out waterproofing if we figured out fucking space travel. Just, I've seen this ancient this futuristic commercial. It's called Flex Tape.
Oh my god. Slap!
It's a lot of damage.
But no, the droids essentially are pretty safe with being underwater.
I'm not saying shoving you off, because that was my initial thought. I will be upfront with you, but as much as I kind of like our banter, it's fun. Because like Slacks doesn't shit talk me, and I'm a big shit talker. It's fun to have somebody put me in my place every now and then. It keeps me on my toes. So what I'm offering is we have a moment. Maybe lower you down while Slacks holds you. Maybe you stick your head under the water, get rid of the glare aspect.
is the water still murky? You said, right?
Yeah, it's a bit murky.
How much am I gonna fucking see down there? That's my question. Like,
There-
I go
I'm
down there,
saying let's go fishing. Let's go fishing. That's what I'm saying.
and then I'll get ate by some sort of sea creature, and then
Don't worry, I'm a really good fisherman, and I just take out my gun.
would you say that you're a master baiter?
Yes, some would say that.
I am
Okay.
that IT3 kind of speaks up. I am a great debater myself.
A master debater? Okay.
Can we tie IT? Fuck, I hate that I need him for my paycheck. He's shiny. He's a really good lure. I would
You're
use that.
shiny.
You are.
Yeah, you're
You
very
can
shiny.
move more. You would be
So
a better lord.
how do you calculate holding breath?
That is a great question. I will say that
Oh, actually, wait. If you're willing to find something to tie me, I will totally go because I have an air breather.
I don't know if that gives you air underwater or if that
Breath
filters.
mask. A breath mask.
Could you read it? It might just filter bad air. I don't think it gives you air underwater.
What did Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan use on...
I think there were fancy popsicle sticks they just had in their teeth.
I have to find it in the book there.
I know exactly what you mean though. When they went and seen the Gungans.
Yeah.
Have to go to equipment, looking through the book. Or we could just say, never mind, fuck this, and let's keep going. Leave it
Well,
up to
we
you.
don't have
You know
any
where I
rope.
stand.
I don't feel comfortable being held underwater without any secure fashion of getting back out, other than your good word.
I will totally draw you out. Don't worry.
Idiot Brigade said they used rebreathers, but for the joke, let's go with corn dogs. Just like a mustard stain on the mustache, just like. Yeah. So just for the sake of it, IT3 says it is unlikely in this situation that the rest of the ship is completely submerged.
Alright, fuck it. Yeah, I don't want to go fishing.
Okay.
So let's just. Which way are we looking to go here? Not that way, because that's where we came from. Not that way, because that's a fucking water slide. It's no fun.
You don't want to go for another ride?
It's this close to pushing you into that hole.
Let's see how fast I can grab back onto you.
IT3 looks up and you can tell as sarcastically as a droid can, Mom and Dad, don't fight, please.
Dibs on Dad.
What do you say? Dibs on that? Sure.
Dibs on Dad.
Because you know in every relationship, the mother always wears the pants.
So IT3 is like, I do not wear pants, and I'm looking for the ship. Therefore, I will begin to walk in the direction we have decided that we are going. And he just like
Okay,
starts to walk next to the lake.
I'll start following IT3 because he's my paycheck.
I will also follow IT3 and in the process give Jin a little ding in the back of the head.
Surprised you didn't push him into the water.
I was tempted. There's a lot of things that I'm tempted to do that I also realize are not good for my own survival, so...
Don't get rid of the mini Death Star.
Why? He has become a mini Death Star.
Keep the mini Death Star's gun. Get rid of the mini Death Star.
That is a good point. But anyways, you guys can all make a hard perception check with 2 setback die.
Why are the setbacks getting harder here?
What are the setback dice for?
Dare I say, terrain.
Okay. I will negate the setback die.
Whoa, that's wild.
I see the future, the past, and all that is relevant.
Just because there was no fails on the I think you were missing a purple dice. Can you re-roll that?
Fuck!
Yeah, it should be 3 purple, so let's see what happens. I see the future. I see the past. I see London and I see France. So so IT3 is like, I am a bit concerned because we have walked a few kilometers and we have not seen any sign of other wreckage. Perhaps we've gone too far or something of the sort.
Could we roll a survival check to maybe see if we can track any footprints or something? Something tells me if there's high traffic. I'm asking this to Cal, being the survivor that he is. Something tells me that if a wild animal has found shelter, there would be a common path that they would go back and forth through, correct?
That could be assumed, yes.
I would say that the wreckage of a ship would be safe shelter. Looking for animal tracks might be a good idea.
I said I had marked down the area we saw the crash on the data pad. Could I look at that and try to reference our current location? See
Sure.
if I can figure out where.
I will get you to make a what would I call that? I'll just say perception again, but I'll give you a boost die because you're using the you're cross-referencing.
Still hard?
Still hard, still 2 setback dice. Actually, I will not give you the setback die for this one. Damn, 2 triumphs. That is unfortunate. I will say that you don't see the ship or anything, but you do see a hill that you could probably get a good vantage point from in the distance.
I'll point that up together and say I think our best bet is to get up there and try to survey the land.
I'm
I
always
tried
on board for some high ground.
Cool. So it's not very far, and you guys come. So you guys can
As we
go ahead. Sorry.
walk, can I roll with survival just to see for like animal tracks? Like
I mean, I can also do that if you want, but
well, you know what? Since you're the survivalist, I will actually, if I can assist you in any way, that'd be cool. As we're headed towards the hill.
Cool. Yeah, sure. Roll a hard survival for animal tracks.
Then am I getting a boost die from Jin over here?
Sure.
Come on, spaceship.
So you guys are looking for tracks as IT3 and Slacks are kind of like, okay, go on, the hill's this way. And you don't seem to find anything, but you could tell that if there would be anything, any kind of rain or anything like that would probably like wash it away. Just the kind of like silty dirt there is. Like it would kind of just even back out. So you guys make it closer. So you guys make it closer to this hill.
What?
Basically touching it. I will give you a an easy perception check with 2 setback die at this point.
All of us?
Yes.
On the hill? Or are we...
Basically right next to the hill.
Setback?
Setback die because of terrain?
Yes.
Okay.
3
Thanks for that.
setback or 2?
2, but Slacks is frightened.
Still scared. I'm still scared, guys.
Right.
I'm still scared.
Skirt,
I
skirt.
still have water in my ear. This is insane.
You have water in parts you didn't know you had. So you guys, as you get close to this ship, you kind of like, ugh. So on the lake's eastern shore, you see what at first appears to be a large, irregular shaped hill, randomly covered in vines and scraggly vegetation. Partially concealed by the jungle canopy, perched on the hill at a prominent but odd angle, appears to be the ruins of a large building with most of the transparent steel windows broken out. You suddenly realize you're looking at the forward sloped section of the Sa Nalor and its bridge. It is facing northwest towards the lake. Its forward shell-like hull is splayed, with the lower decks buried and crushed into the old riverbank.
So we will just Look just there. You have the backpack.
And I
What
will
time is it?
I will say that Cal, you can tell that someone has obviously tried to camouflage the ship, and you can tell that parts of the ship have been stripped, and it looks like they were like salvaged. So like some part is like, oh, that was crash damage, but other parts it looks like screws removed and like sheets were taken out of the steel.
Okay. I'll relay that information over to the guys as well, basically informing them that it looks like that somebody was trying to cover up the ship for it to not be visible from maybe flying over it, so it looks more like it's camouflaged into the ground, and it looks like somebody started salvaging it already. So we may have some visitors down there, or it could be some survivors just trying to make shelter.
I'm gonna raise my hand, going, and they might know that we're here now because of my flipping, screaming, falling, and shooting the engine room. You know that wasn't them.
Don't forget multiple occurrences of shooting, yes. And screaming and falling, I guess. Yeah, that's right.
So I do believe they know that someone is here.
Unless they're deaf, yes, probably.
Let's hope they're deaf. That'd be great. That'd be fucking awesome.
They won't be.
So
Should we start moving towards that area?
what time is it right now? The day.
It's pretty early. You guys slept in the escape pod, and then you traveled for a few hours. Took like an hour at the ships, generously. I'll say it's close to like midday.
All right, yeah, I'm good. Just going to a few little. Get hungry. Nibble on some ration.
It is lunchtime. Union dictates we need to take a break.
All right, yeah. So, should we approach stealthily or just fucking, hey, how you doing?
Let's see how good of a talker you are.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna be like, I lead the way, and I'm gonna stealth over to where Al pointed.
Cool. I will.
I have my heavy blaster pistol out.
Yeah, every time I'm walking with my 2-meter gun.
It's a 2-meter extension, right?
Yeah.
That is
Blaster rifle.
that
Sounds
is
like a
over.
3-meter gun.
That is an over like. That's like a almost 10 feet long. That is dumb.
That
You
is
can't
what-
conveniently walk around with that.
If I have a brawn of 2, I can.
Jordan, you're gonna get this reference. In Helsing, the sniper rifle that girl uses.
Oh, it's been too long. Even the pistol. If it's anything like the pistol, yeah.
The sniper rifle is taller than she is.
It's the gun the Joker uses to shoot down the Batwing. I don't... Batman 89.
Did you look it up? No?
No, I did not. But anyways, we'll carry on.
I'm not gonna talk about the logistics of my awesome gun.
Yeah, we'll just assume that it folds out. The barrel. Click. It's just a 5-foot gun that you like. It's bent halfway, right?
Exactly. That's the way to do it.
But anyways, you are stealthing, so I'll get you to make an average stealth check as you're approaching the. It's like almost intimidating. It creates like a darkness almost underneath. It creates its own like canopy. Oh, okay, that's quite the gun. Average stealth, yeah. Okay, so you can tell there's like little branches and stuff, and you try to be quiet. You're not too bad. I won't say that you failed, but I will not say that you succeeded. Cool.
Did you also roll in stealth?
If you want to follow along, yes.
Yeah, I can't let him go by himself. He can't be trusted.
Oh, I can't. I'm like a child at the candy store.
You said average?
Yep.
You sneaky motherfucker.
Sneaky. Cool.
I am not.
So
Fuck. Can I forgot that I also have one stalker, so I should have added a blue die to that.
Don't bother. It's fine. There's nothing of danger directly here. You move forward, and you can see you actually see a bit of tracks and stuff as you're leaving kind of the riverbank. You see like an old kind of path that is worn down. It hasn't quite regrown yet. I will get you all to roll a hard survival check.
Survival.
Ooh. So you're all kind of looking like, oh, that's weird. It must be like an animal path or something. But Jin, you kind of get the sense that like there might have been like a cart or something dragged or something along those lines where it's not like it's just a path that animals take or something like that. You kind of get like there might be something. This might lead to something. And you can tell that it kind of goes through the ship is kind of crashing. There's kind of a path that goes through the ship into the jungle, the other side of this.
So, like, the ship is here, and this seems to just bypass that?
It's like over you. Like, there's like a crack in it kind of thing, and it kind of goes through this crack to the other side in the jungle.
Is that, would I be able, like, okay, never mind. I was about to ask something. But there's two options right now. One, as you can see, there's not just one, there's two. So it seems like this is a constant flow of some vehicular travel.
I'll reiterate here. So it doesn't seem like a constant flow, but it seems like something that is starting to overgrow, but it is not yet. Like finding an old like ATV trail. Like, oh, that used to be a trail, and it's not like made by animals, but it's like you can barely tell it's there.
So this is a trail, as you can all tell. But what I'm thinking is there's two options right now. You can see where this leads into the jungle, which may lead us to a colony of survivors that may be willing to help us with this ship. They may be friendly, they may be hostile. Hell, if we offer them a way off this planet, they may be really friendly. But you could say, fuck that, start going towards the ship, but we don't know if that will piss them off. I leave it to you guys. That's just my observation.
Well, I think we should scout before we just start diving into the ship. I agree that we should kind of go see what's up. What we can do is, if you want, like, we can do not to separate ourselves too much, but we can go see down that path a little bit, and if Slacks wants to start kind of like assessing if there's anything salvageable, because you said that the cockpit, not the cockpit, but the control room was like exposed or a little bit.
You can tell that it is this section of the ship, but it's not necessarily like it's not like it is there. It's not like, oh, you walk in and it's there. It's like you can tell it is part of the ship that is in this area.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But something tells me, like, if there's valuable technology, people who knew this ship would take it to where their new home would be to make life here easier.
Quite possibly, depending on what it is, for sure.
I'd say that maybe I like the idea of me and you going to check what this leads to, and Slacks and IT3 assessing the wreckage itself.
Slacks? Thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not very good at sneaking around, so if you guys want to go scout ahead, that's probably not a bad idea.
All right, I'm game for that.
All right, let us head on the way.
I don't always agree with Jin, but when I do, it's usually involving sneaking.
So you guys can roll an easy stealth check again, as this you kind of hop on the path and it seems to be cleared of all branches and debris. It seems to be a bit more clear than the average walk through the jungle.
How the fuck?
That looks broken.
How the fuck?
Let me just scroll up so people can see what just happened.
How the fuck?
What the fuck? I was waiting for the logos to load.
How the fuck do you have a complete blank hole?
Wow, that is highly unlikely.
You gotta give me something for that. I broke it.
I will give you nothing for that. But not failing is good, so that's good. But Cal, you do feel yourself being one with the jungle and not making any noise, and essentially
The Heelys are out.
yeah, the Heelys are rolling, and you are stalking the next thing. Not saying that there's something to stalk, but you're crawling through without being noticed. And I don't want to say crawl, but anyways, you do find under the jungle canopy there's heavily overgrown ruins of a collection of shacks, rock encircled fire pits, and similar structures. So there seems to have been some sort of little camp here.
It looks like it's overgrown, though, you said.
Yes, but it is indeed a sign of survivors.
Could I... Oh, go ahead.
That fire pit that he points out, I assume.
Yep.
Yes.
And I just take my gun and focus on it.
Okay.
Just through the scope.
Yep.
Just to see. Does it seem recently used?
Oh, there's a huge flame. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's there's like almost like grass growing in the fire pit, but there seems to be like a circle of rocks. You can assume it was a fire pit, but it seems to have been overgrown, like not in use recently at all.
I'm gonna relay that to Slacks, and I look at Cal going, "You want to go check out this old abandoned creepy camp?
Thought you'd never ask.
You take the west, I'll take the east, and we'll circle and meet in the center."
Perfect. So I'll get you each to make a hard survival check, and as you are left alone with IT3 Slacks, I will get you to make another fear check.
Oh, yay!
And
That was discipline, right?
an average discipline for this one.
That is the survival, you said?
Yes, for you guys. Okay, well, you guys can't really get more information about this place. Like, you can see that there's, like, ruins and stuff, but it doesn't really provide, like, oh, there might have been survivors. They might have had, like, houses or something, or makeshift huts, but you can't really gather any information about it. And for Slacks, you get the heebie-jeebies just being alone with the other party members kind of gone, and you're just with a droid that isn't really helpful. He's like, oh, it seems to be a light day today. Just trying to make, like, awkward, like, droid small talk. But, yeah, so you guys don't find really any more information other than there was probably survivors, and Slacks, you're kind of just waiting on the opposite side of this this wreckage.
Is there anything inside the huts, like any technology that they would have taken from the ship and brought here?
You don't find anything. It seems to have been, like, abandoned kind of thing.
Okay, I was just going to ask if we recognize if there's any, like, symbols or things that we recognize, like if it's, because you said it was a, well, we already know that it's the right ship, so never mind.
I just want to know. So they said it was a CIS ship, right?
Yes, a CIS treasury ship.
So would I be? This is just me taking a long shot. Would I roll a lore check or an intelligence check, basically looking through my mind of what I know of the CIS and thinking of any shit that they might do, like they got shot down, this would be standard protocol. Like, to give me an idea of this is what they would have done. Is this what I see?
Cool. I will get you to make a daunting knowledge. I don't even know what the options are for knowledge. Could you list them off for me?
Core world, education, lore, outer rim, underworld, warfare, xenology.
I will say lore. So 4 purple on this one.
I'm gonna ask the guy, should I use the light side to up it?
Because right now it's
fuck it?
2 dark, 1 light.
Didn't you use it earlier?
At the same
How about
time, I
like
used
you
it dark, so it kind of canceled
So
out.
if
Oh,
it
okay.
uses-
If you want, but I do feel that maybe there would be a better use of this on instead of a long shot.
Unless it's 100%, I will not. So
Cool. So you look through your brain, which is actually a pretty quick look for you. You scan the whole you scan the whole thing, but you're like, it was 20 plus years ago. You're not sure what the CIS would have had.
policies have changed. You now have to wear hard hats and gloves. The fucking masks and shit. So it's okay. I don't know the old policy. I only know the new one.
Yeah. The construction code for 2013 is the one that's embedded. The 2008 is old stuff, you know. But yeah, so you're not sure. But yeah, that's what you got. And also,
Until we go back to
since you guys walked across, you can tell there's a lot of areas for you guys to climb into this ship. Like the other one was a bit harder to get into. This one, it's on the ground and there's like a lot of ways to climb. There's like, you can tell there's escape pods that are gone, that it's like basically a tube to climb in at this point. Or there's a whole bunch of different,
more
like
escape pods have left.
there's like cracks. There's like cracks and like a lot of entrances, a lot of buttholes. I ask IT if he has a schematic for this kind of ship. That's a good one there, Slacks.
Take that as a no.
Let me just calm link the 1-800 number.
800 588 2300.
Empire.
All right, so yeah, so let's go back to Slacks and see what we can find in the ship. Hopefully, we can find some goodies.
Cool. So there is a whole lot of spots for you to climb in. Is there a particular way you guys would like to explore the ship?
I would like. I was gonna say I would like to look for the sturdiest, safest option to go into the ship. One that
I
does
want to
not
look-
have any rot, or waterfalls, or gin.
I
I want to look for the opposite.
the riskiest, rustiest, most rotten way to get in.
That's the best spot. That's what all the good stuff is.
So, so I'll get you. If everybody wants to, I'll get you all to make an easy perception check. Perfect. So, so Jin and Cal, you both kind of see different ways to go in. Cal, you kind of see a way that basically from the ground, there's like metalwork inside the hull that you could kind of climb onto. And Jin, you kind of see you'd have to climb on the outside, but there is like I said, like an escape pod kind of slot that the escape pod's gone, so it's essentially just a tube going into the ship somewhere.
How high is that climb?
It's like 15 feet, and the hull, it's like a slanted part of the hull. So each way seems to be relatively easy to get in.
I will poke my head and check the direction that I found.
Cool.
Before Cal walks away, I'm just gonna. I know I am not the one to open my mouth to be cautious and throw caution into the wind.
I'm not one to open my mouth. Sure, Jin. Sure.
Okay, I'm not one to be very smart about action. I just do like I want. But I just me as an assassin and as a bounty hunter type of thinking of things. If I wanted to be a spot that was safe to take anybody else who would come in, I take the main entrance. I believe that the escape pod spot might be less guarded if guarded. That is just me. I would leave it to you. Continue what you're doing.
Well, I'm not going in. I'm just kind of poking my head.
Okay, just make sure.
But
What was that?
I see three. Where are you?
I'm right beside you, sir. Is your
Right
helmet
in the
blocking
bush.
your vision?
Hide in a bush.
You want me to metagame and hide in a bush?
Yes, I have a feeling.
Woohoo!
So Cal there.
I mean, I am, like I said, I'm kind of just like doing a quick glance at that entrance. I'm not going in. I'm just like, what can I see from that spot?
Just taking a peek in. I will get you to make an easy perception check with 1 setback die because it is dark in there. Cool. So you're kind of looking in, and you can tell that on the inside, it's quite damaged. There's like cables and stuff hanging from the ceiling. There's parts of the walls that are like collapsed, but for the most part, you can kind of see a tunnel, like a hallway that might lead to different rooms or something of the sort. But there's definitely debris from the crash that can definitely be. You can get through it without really any issue. And in this tunnel, you actually see a set of eyes in the distance that kind of, you see a blink and then you see it kind of leave. It's like that the end of where you can see, so it's hard for you to
Gene,
kind of identify it.
remember when you said you saw some weird glowing eyes? What did they look like?
Describe what I saw.
Weird glowing eyes.
Weird glowing eyes.
Does it sound like the same?
What's that?
You didn't hear a sound, you just saw based on the description, the eyes look similar.
Okay. Well,
I'm going to walk to the pod as he's going there, like with the route I saw, and I'm just gonna do the same, just peek my head and look.
Cool. I'll get you to do the same. Roll an easy perception check with no setback die because you are a Chiss who has infrared vision.
that didn't really work out for him last time. Or this time.
Shit.
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, this is great. Just hop in.
We're going here, guys.
So, anyways, you look in. It kind of goes to a T almost right away. It goes to like a hallway, and you can't tell where it goes because you see like the intersection basically right away.
I'm gonna go see Cal again. Be like, those eyes, we might want to stick together now.
I agree.
So IT3
So-
is like, should I be concerned?
You should be
Maybe no
hiding and
picture?
shut the fuck up.
Maybe more next to.
Ah, Nexu, the crack heroin tiger.
Thank you. I knew my description was on point.
Yes, it was a callback to your description, so you would like me more.
So you would like me.
As a droid, I do
Look at
enjoy
it.
making friends.
I look at him and go,
Aw.
IT3, if something pops out, hide. I hope you're good at one thing and it's hiding.
Yes, of course.
And with Cal saying that, I'm just gonna scan non-stop with the gun because I'm constantly watching now because I don't want no fucking Nexu.
Cool. Sure, no problem. Okay.
I'm gonna pull my gun out.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, fuck it, guys. I'm in the open too much, and I'm walking towards the ship. I'm going. I'm gonna hide. I'm hiding in the ship. I don't like this.
Hiding in the ship?
It's like I'm going. Don't see
Which,
shit. And
which entrance? Which entrance?
the bottom one, because I don't trust the one I looked at. I didn't see far enough in.
So you're gonna go in the one that has the eyes.
No. Basically, this is where the slit is. I'm putting my back against like where the crack is. You look. I'm putting my back against that wall, so that my back is covered. So if anything pops out, it pops out next to me. And shoot it.
I'm
Yeah,
also
with that big long gun, you'll be able to shoot it when it pops out.
Your gun
Maybe
doesn't
hit it in the
fit.
head.
Your gun doesn't fit sideways in the hallway, so you have to point it one way, and you basically can't point it the other way.
No, so
'Cause you can't.
basically,
You can't.
this is where you go in. I'm right here on this wall, stealthing as much as I can to that wall, so that if I can, basically covering my back, so that the only place that I know something can come fire from in front of me or right next to me.
Cool. So as you guys are discussing, you hear a little ting 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 on the inside, in the entrance you're next to, like basically behind you, in that hallway that Cal looked through.
Now I'm just fucking going. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the cube, and I'm just pointing
is there
towards.
cupboard that I can find?
There's certainly cover you can find. You can hide the opposite side of Jin if you like.
Did anybody bring a flashlight?
No, because I don't need one. I'm actually gonna poke my head around the corner and see what I can see.
I will
If
get
any
you.
heat signatures.
I will get you to make a hard perception check with 2 setback die.
I do.
Why 2? Because the stat block says 2.
Shit.
You turn, the helmet doesn't. You're just looking like inside the Mandalorian helmet.
Damn it! I'm not getting used to this yet, and I'm just like, Cal, we need to. Okay, I'm preparing, and I'm just basically I'm on one knee with my gun, just pointing to like basically this is the door, and my barrel's right here. If anything pops the fuck out, it gets shot.
IT, do you have any lights?
Well, good trend, Doshin, sir. I do have a certain perception of in the dark. It is not my preferred method of looking, but I do have a certain range that I can see a bit in the dark. My function is to communicate and negotiate as a protocol droid, but I do have I don't want to say bedroom eyes, but I do have I can see in a dark room.
I cannot. So we're gonna stick together. I can protect you, and you can help spot things for me.
Okay. And he like stands next to you. He's like, where to? And as you guys are discussing again, you hear in the hallway, like a scraping, and it sounds a little bit further than you, than you heard the little ding 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 ding.
So it's going away from us, basically.
The warning of them.
So Idiot Brigade in the chat said, "I'm also a pleasure model as well as protocol." Bzz, big boy. That is good. But yes, so further than you heard the ding 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 ding, there's like a little like it sounds like metal on metal kind of scrape.
Is it going away from us?
It sounds
Coming close.
further, but the sound, you can't tell if the sound is moving further or closer. Like you can't tell if the scrape is scraping further or closer, but the sound itself is further than the original sound you heard.
I have a quick question for you, Cal. Okay, you're right next to me, right? On
Yes.
the other side.
Yes.
You ready to die?
I've had a death wish the minute I met you. Like this is.
I'm gonna light this cherry. You ready?
Yeah. You know, turn it simultaneously, pointing our
Yeah,
guns in the hallway.
And I'm shooting blindly
Oh,
into the
I am
fucking
not shooting.
hallway.
I'm just gonna.
Fly out. I'm popping. I asked if you wanted me to light the cherry. I'm lighting the cherry.
So IG3 is just looking like, oh, ah.
Oh, yeah. Just shooting.
Okay, So you guys kind of pop in at the same time, shoot. Slacks, you're just basically right behind them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand back because I can't really see down there. So
Cool. So as you guys shoot, don't bother rolling. It is not in a direct line of sight. But Slacks, from the darkness, with a vicious roar and a blur of metal and fur, a blur of metal and fur erupts from the darkness of the wreckage. Four-legged creatures, all teeth and claws, leap at you. In a split second, you realize they are powerful Nexu. Worse, they appear to be cybernetically enhanced. All sorts of metal reinforcements, claws, and some sort of armored helmet or cap and collar.
okay.
One has a radiant grin with polished metal teeth, and another one has its prehensile double tail plated in interlocking scale armor that terminates in a spiked club at each end.
Fuck.
What he said.
Yeah. So
Yeah, basically.
at this point, they're both going to get an attack on you, Slacks.
Okie dokie.
Where are they?
So
are they coming from?
not the hallway, but you could assume there could be one in the hallway as well.
My shot doesn't hit the one in the hallway.
It does not turn around corners, unfortunately.
Is that like a pinball machine?
No, unfortunately not. So the one with the teeth is going to try to bite you. Bite. Brawl. And
Ooh.
Ow.
death is my bith. My bith. So Slacks, from that bite, it has reinforced teeth, so it is 10 damage, and it has Pierce 3.
Means it ignores 3 soap.
It does, and also it is a critical hit, so you'll take a critical injury.
Okay, that's a number 2.
Okay, so number 2, you get a setback die to the next action.
I'm at 17 out of 17 wounds.
Oh, so you go down.
Yeah.
And the other one is going to try to tail whip IT3.
Fuck.
Your guys' turn to save me for once. Please don't die.
I will say that.
Oh, we're gonna die.
I will say, just for the sake of it, IT3 gets knocked unconscious. Not like destroyed, but definitely knocked out of functional use currently.
C-3PO, when they go see Lando, he has to be carried in the backpack.
Yes.
By Chewbacca.
Yes, strapped in the backpack. Not that bad, but he is like knocked onto like the side of the hull and kind of falls unconscious or turned off. So let's roll initiative. Or actually, I'll just do them, you. How about that?
Okay.
Cool. So you guys, you guys.
So I'm going to turn around.
Short range, there is a Nexu with a armored tail that is whipping about, and another one with a metal grill, essentially.
Are we doing like the 2 of them, the 2 of us, the 2 of them, the 2 of us?
Yeah.
So I'll let Cal go first.
I am going to aim and shoot at one. Not much I can do on this.
So which one are you shooting at?
To be honest, I'm more scared of the tail whipper.
Okay.
The whole idea of a club sounds terrifying to me. He has not been acted upon yet, right?
I'll say that he acted. He got the jump on you guys.
Okay.
They did.
And also to be mentioned, you guys do have stim packs.
Have one.
Yes, but that means we have to run across these cybernetic death cats. Okay, hold on. So, okay, am I doing any purples? I'm now forgetting how to do this. Just my ranged heavy plus aiming. Right?
Just one purple for them, I believe. Yep.
Okay. Okay, so that's 12 damage.
Damn. Cool. I'll let you know they have a soak of 3. So they take 9. That one takes 9. Cool.
After taking my blind shot into the hallway, screaming goats.
Yeah.
After seeing Slacks drop, which I've never seen in this campaign, I'm just gonna go while aiming.
Okay. So you're going to aim and shoot at the same one?
One with the teeth. The one with the teeth.
The one with the teeth.
Ignoring 3 of my soak terrifies me.
Okay.
It's 1 purple.
Yeah, 1 purple. You guys are at short range.
You do realize that they probably both have the 3 soak, right?
No. The 3 pierce that ignores the soak.
Ah.
So that is 14 plus 1 crit. Which means 14
24.
plus 24 in 1 hit, yeah. That's 24. No, 34.
He has 2
Oh,
yeah,
ranks
yeah,
in him.
Two lethal
Yeah,
blows.
so do I.
34 points of damage.
It is done. That one dies.
No one takes down my lookout!
Cool. So it's going to their turn. The tail guy is going to move up to you, and it's actually going to try to hit both of you, each with a different part of its tail.
Oh, he can do a double swing.
He's going to do a double swing. He's going to try to hit Jin first, and if he succeeds, it'll. I think I'll have to double check here, but I think it hits both. So, green, yellow, yellow. He had to move, so he can't aim, but is going to be 1 purple, and okay, yeah, he's going to try. It's going to use a. It's going to use some of those to give itself a free maneuver. Or no, it's just going to give itself a boost die, and it's going to stay engaged with the both of you. And in the hall, you hear that metal on metal scrape, but instead it sounds like a. I don't want to say gallop, but it sounds almost like a gallop.
Nice. So he is how close to us right now? Like engaged.
He
so
is
close.
he is engaged. The one right next to you is engaged.
Is this like D&D if you move?
There's no opportunity attacks.
Okay. So I am going to. At this point, we're basically both. Are we both kind of in front of that opening, or are we still to the side of it?
You are both like basically to the side, but the thing's like right in front of you. So if you wanted to go in, you could. If that's
oh no,
what you're
I'm
okay.
not
Yeah.
going towards the scary scraping galloping. I'm gonna try to move a little bit further away from the door. So then aim and shoot, but I'll take the strain.
Okay.
So 2 strain, you said? Was it?
Yeah,
Was it-
two strain for an extra maneuver. So
Okay.
moving as a maneuver, extra strain as a maneuver, and then firing.
Okay. With aiming, yes. Okay. Purple. Did I fail the last time?
Ooh, ya miss.
Can a triumph be turned into a success though?
It counts as a success, but it's like canceled out, if that makes sense. You have to succeed for the triumph to like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I recover some strain with that?
You can recover some strain with that.
How much total do you think?
2. You can use 2 advantage for both. Like 2 advantage each, I should say.
Okay.
But at this point, it is Jin's turn.
I'll recover the strain I basically use to aim.
I am in my face.
It is in your face.
I've done this once before. Making another kebab if I can.
Cool. So your foregrip reduces 1 difficulty from the short range or whatever.
From engage, yes. Instead of medium, it'd be easy for me. Instead of too difficult.
When it's a heavy, it's 3, so it'll be from 3 to 2.
Okay, not a problem. Aiming, of course. It's purple.
Yep.
Fucking shit!
So 72 damage. What is what you're saying?
That's 12.
Between all those noises, yes, 72 damage is what he's saying.
Yeah, 72.
Cool.
I hope this gun never blows up on me because it will kill me.
Just wait till you get a despair.
That's what I mean. I'm just hoping my dice never fuck me. As I put it in its mouth going, kebab!
So at this point, it is their turn. The galloping comes as close as it can, and you see one of the Nexu kind of pop out, and it has, how is it described here?
Oh god.
The claws of one Nexu crackle with white-blue energy against the ground as it lands after each leap. And it's going to try to claw you, Jin. And I'm going to use some dark side here.
Oh, I believe so. I just annihilated 2 of these things for you. I have no doubt that you will.
Yeah.
First chance he can come up with a reason you're losing that rifle. You know that, right?
No, I'm losing my life.
I think this is it. Oh, no. A little bit extra here. I like it. So, energized claws. Ooh, I like it. So, that is 10 damage. Ooh, critical on 4, unfortunately, but that is 10 stun.
And stun, so that's strain.
Yep.
Okay, so give me a minute here. I gotta do calculations. So I gotta do strain and is that 10 wounds. So
10
minus my soak, that's 4.
10 of each.
Okay, and my strain, I have nothing to defend that. So that's straight 10.
Idiot Brigade, that's a good one. Jin dies suddenly over the horizon. I am John, here to avenge my twin brother, Jin.
Jin looks fucked up from that.
Cool. Good.
Standing. But there's blood trickling out of my body and my ears.
Does I don't remember. Does soak reduce the stun? I feel
No,
like it does not.
Soak is just melee because if you look at the character sheet, it's just blue. And then my one defense is ranged and melee. Train, you'd have to have like specific things, I think,
Okay.
like genetic upgrades.
Cool. So we're going around. There's only the one Nexu. We're going back around. Jin is engaged, and Cal is short range, and Slacks has not been brought up yet.
Well, as I was just gonna say, I'm gonna run over to Slacks and give him an old stabby stab with the stim pack.
Cool. So maneuver
The
action.
Vibro Act.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question. So I got a critical from the attack because he got advantage, but I fainted. So does that mean I get another critical entry? So I'd be at 3 now.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
Can I take?
What does the third one do?
Suffer a setback die on all actions until this critical injury is healed.
Ooh, how many critical injuries does it take before death?
4 is where you are incapacitated until critical injury is healed.
All right, we're close.
Yeah.
At 4, you become dead weight.
So with that, that's maneuver action. Can I? Is it a second action that you can take?
A
Or is
second
it a
maneuver for 2 strain, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna. That's what I can't attack, so I'm gonna maneuver to aim for the next time.
Okay, sounds good. Stimpat, you're like, uh-oh. Cool. So after that, we're going to either one of you, because Slacks is up now.
You want to here? I'll give Slacks a turn so he can do something this combat, and not just be assaulted and downed.
Yeah. All right. I'll stand up for my maneuver. I said I had my heavy pistol out, so I might as well shoot with that.
Sure. It is short range, so 1 purple.
Darn.
You can use some of that to recover strain or give yourself a boost die on the next one.
What am I at for strain? I'm at 0 strain. I will get a boost for the next one.
Cool. Perfect. So at this point, it is Jin's turn.
Take the gun out of the mouth of the dead one. Just whip around, shove it in the other one's mouth, and going.
That sounds like the Yahoo thing.
Yeah.
What I love is his not necessarily phobia, but like weakness to blood. He is wearing a helmet, so if he sees too much blood, he's just like vomiting inside of his helmet.
It's just gonna
Remember,
pour out
I
the
had-
bottom.
I have battle drive, so right now I'm good. I have adrenaline. It's when the adrenaline wears off. That's 2 purple.
Yes, 2 purple from engaged.
Hey, that is 11 plus 20, so it's 31.
He is still up. Barely.
Okay.
Barely. Barely.
And Ginger's gonna go, and just puke spewing out because it's the first time he shot something that hit and it's still standing. He's shitting himself right now.
Yup. So it's its turn. It's going to try to chop on Jin. I'm gonna use the last dark side here.
And
And it's going to aim.
oh no.
Oh, sh.
So not only does it deal 14.
Don't you have a defense from your armor?
You do.
I do actually.
Let me
So I
re-roll
should
it.
have had a.
You know what? Wait. I'm just because of me, because that's a really good hit. Now how much it sucks. I know how much Jordan wants to hit I will just add a fucking okay. It crits on 4, so that's 1 crit.
Yeah. So okay. So for 8 damage.
Damage.
Oh, sorry. No. 9 damage.
You say it was trying to bite him or swing at him?
Claws with its like energized claws, and the 10 stun.
Okay.
So you're definitely stunned, right?
Oh, I'm on the ground in a pool of blood, just fucking taking a full fit right now. Yeah.
So
Jesus Christ. What does the crit do?
the crit will give you another critical injury.
Hey, give me a minute. Ooh. Ooh.
Did you go down for damage or just the stun?
Both.
Both. Were you at what? 1 critical injury?
That's at 2.
So now you'd be at 4?
Oh, yeah. Oh. So what's number 3, just so I can know?
A setback die to all actions.
Take a minute. Back die. Oh, no, the wrong one. Back die. All action.
And then the last one is you're incapacitated until it is healed. But after that, it is going to be Cal or Slacks.
Well, I am now already aiming at this monstrosity of a
No, Jin just went down.
beast. I am going to...
I said Jin just went down, actually.
I almost want to thank it, but I shouldn't. It's a joke, Jin. It's a joke. He can't hear me. He's unconscious. Alright. I am going to shoot this thing, hopefully.
Hey.
Yeah. So, 11 damage.
Okay. It goes down.
Okay.
Jin's last words, clever girl.
Fucking Jesus.
So at this point, you kill it. I will give you all 15 XP for the session. Spend it however you like, but it is 9:58, so we're just gonna wrap up here, and then I will find someone to raid. But I'm happy you guys did find the ship, and perhaps a new player character. We'll see.
Should I create one just in case?
I don't know if they'll want to bring you along.
Thing.
It'll be a discussion we can have outside of the game, but it is certainly possible that I'd recommend. It is almost a recommendation to have a backup character. And I'll talk
Almost a recommendation to what?
to have a backup character.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'll find someone to raid here. I hope you guys had fun. If you're not following, feel free to follow. We've been playing Monday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern, and yeah, that was quite enjoyable. I hope you guys had fun.
I finally went down.
I'm finally somewhat almost dead.
Finally.
Knock,
Surprised it's
knock,
taking this long.
knocking on heaven's door.
Hi.
Mama, take this gun from me.
Yep.
I can't use it anymore.
I'll get an FDA strike. Cool. So I will find someone playing some sort of.
It's Jin's gun.
So I'll wait. Are these guys just
I'll flip
starting?
you for it.
What's going on?
We
here?
should by right just bury it with him. Just Let this monstrosity die.
He takes my fucking Mandalorian armor. Fucking.
Oh no, that dibs on the Mandalorian armor for sure. You can have the gun. Tell you what, take the gun.
Cool. So I'll just send you guys to watch someone playing Squadrons. I don't have anybody that I follow that's really online now. So, anyways, thanks again for watching. I will send the raid over, and hopefully we'll catch you next Monday, same time, same place. Farewell.